Okay, in this new video we're gonna learn how to use a very powerful tool in Excel. We're gonna learn how to use formulas. So we're gonna start with an example. This is what we wanna get at the end. Imagine that you have a company and you have different incomes. This is the money you get every month, right? And then you have different taxes that you have to reduce for your income, and then we're gonna get what is the profit we have at the end. Okay, so you start with the raw data here. Like here you have all the you have the month. You know how to do it using the series if you don't want to write every single month. You have the income, the taxes, the profit, and we're gonna work out the total income, the average, the maximum value, and the minimum value. So first step is giving a format to your table. You know how to do it. So we're gonna do it just with the header for you to remember. In the header, let's start by changing the font. We're gonna increase the size to 12. Okay, we're gonna use bold, and the first thing we see is that we have here a cell in which the text is written over the next text. So we can go to format, and we go to text wrapping, and then if we wrap, we get this result. Okay, so now the problem is that we have the other cells with not a very good looking. So we can select all these cells. We go to format, and this time we can go and align both horizontally and vertically. So we can align in the center, and again we can go and align in the middle. So this is the way we get it, right? Up here in the header, for example, we can merge, we can join two cells. Okay, we can change the size to 14, for example, bold, so we got a better looking. The rest of format, you know how to do it just by selecting different cells and using the border. You can select different colors. You can select the color inside the cell, for example gray, or even how thick the border you wanna have. Okay, so this is something you should know. So in theory, this is the table just prepared for you to work with formulas. Okay, we have different formats here. You know how to do it. And first thing we had to do is select the currency format. So you can select all the table. We go to format, we go to number, and we can select the type of currency. We already have a euro here, down here, so we can select it. And then we can get rid of these decimals by reducing the number of decimals here. We click and we leave it this way. We can increase it here if we need it, but in this case we're not gonna need it. So let's learn how to work with formulas. So imagine that you have these incomes in every month, and you wanna get, for example, the total, all the money you got this year. So there are two ways to do it. You can use the insert option, or you can do it manually. Okay, so first step, we're gonna do it using the insert option. So we select the cell where we want to place the formula. We go to insert, we go to function, and you have many different functions here. We're not gonna use them all, we're gonna use just a few of them. So the first one we're gonna select is sum. Okay, so we're gonna add different cells. So the way to do it is by clicking the first cell and dragging, by clicking the left button of the mouse, dragging it and selecting all the cells I want to add. Okay, so you see the result here is the result of adding all these cells. Okay, next step is working out the average. We're gonna calculate the average income in every month. So we go again to insert, we go to function, and we now select average. We do the same. We have to select the cells we want to include in this function to work out the average. So the average income this year is 5,108 euros. If we want to know which was the maximum income this year, again we go to function. Now we go to maximum. We select again the cells. We click enter and we get it. And finally, minimum value, we go to function again, minimum. We select the cells. Don't forget to left click the mouse when selecting cells. And when you have all the cells selected, you just press enter. And here you have, okay? This is total, average, maximum, and minimum. Now, imagine that you have different taxes. In this case, we have 21, 3% and 6%. Okay, just to remember, I'm gonna type it here for me not to forget. We have 3% here, and this is 6%. So taxes is the money you had to pay to the government before getting your final profit. So imagine that we have to pay 21%. This is in Spanish what we call el IVA. Okay, el IVA, 21%. So we had to reduce, we had to calculate the taxes. So there are two ways to do it as well. We can do it manually, inserting a function, or manually. So this time we're going to do it manually. So we click the cell. So we start by typing equal symbol, okay? We're going to work out the 21%. So we write 21, we divide by 100. So this is 21% of what? Of the cell C5. So we click, so we have 21% of cell C5. If we click enter, we have the 21% of 5,300. So this is the amount, first amount we had to pay to the government. The second tax, we can do the same. Now it's at 3%. So we can do it directly. We type equal, and instead of the writing 3 divided by 100, we can just type 0.03 multiplied by this cell again. It's important that you click C5, not the number 5,300. I'll show you later why. Okay, so this is this tax, and finally we had to calculate the 0.06% of the value we have in this cell. Okay, sorry, I forgot to type the cell. Okay, you got it here. Good. So these are the taxes we had to pay. Now the final amount is the result of getting the money we got, and we had to subtract the taxes. So we subtract the first number, the second, and the third. Okay, C5 minus D5 minus E5 minus F5. So this is the final income we have after taxes. There's another way to work it out, because as you see, we are reducing by 21, by 3, by 6, so it's 30% less. So we could take the money we have in the income, for example this one, and we can multiply by 0.7. So this the 70% is the money left, we have. Okay, but this is just another option. So now it comes the powerful tool we have in Excel, is that we can select the first row, and we go to the right lower corner, and when the cursor is transforming this into this cross, by left click we can drag the formulas. Okay, and you got, it's magic. Okay, you got all the formulas copied into the cells. Okay, if you click in one of the cells, you see up here that we have the formula, and they have changed automatically the cell number C5 to C7. Okay, we can do the same with the total, average, maximum, and minimum. Okay, we can click here and drag it. Right, now be careful, because the problem is that we drag as well the format, so we had to change this format again. It's not a big deal. We just click here, we click here. I'm sorry, I had to select all the 4 cells. and then yellow, and I select this and this color, for example, and then okay, so this is the final result. What is powerful about this system is that if you change a value here, imagine in January you made a mistake and instead of 5,300 euros you discover that you got let's say 7,000. So pay attention to the rest of cells. As soon as I click enter, all the values change. Okay, all the values change. Okay, you see, this is for example 1,113, and if I click here 7,000, all the values change. So this is a powerful thing, and everything changes here. That instead of writing down in every cell the number, it's very powerful that you write down the cell number C5. Okay, so I hope you understood now and you know how to use formulas in Excel. Okay, goodbye.